welcome to a new vlog. And you'd think it was spring and not November. It is actually quite warm and quite a beautiful day. Got all the girls with me, and I have spent this morning teaching. I was hoping to have time to chat to you before they arrived. But actually, my watch, I don't know if my watch is, hang on, I need to keep an eye on that. My watch was showing the wrong time. It's never done that before. Might need a new battery. And I lost about 25 minutes this morning, which caught me unawares. But I had such a lovely morning teaching how to make sourdough. 3 lovely local ladies came over, and I love teaching. I love teaching in person. We had a great morning and bowl of soup, sourdough for lunch, and then they left. I'm just out walking the dogs. Then I'm going to go and have my hair cut, a little bit of a trim. It's just got a little bit flat and now it's shorter. It does need cutting every 6 weeks. So I'm going to go and have a little bit of a pamper this afternoon and then come back. And actually Coco's at school late this evening, so I'm going to muck out Fifi and bring Fifi in and do her this evening for Coco. And Simon is heading up to Scotland tomorrow, and then I'm going to fly up and join him next week. We're going to go and spend a little bit of time with Gus. So I was up there on business, and so I'm getting all of his laundry done and turned around ready for his adventure. I feel like we've just come back from one trip and now he's heading off. So need to get that all organised and sorted. But it is such a beautiful day, absolutely stunning. I'm going to enjoy walking the dogs. Well, haircut done. Oh, love the new chop, and actually she blow dries it so beautifully. It's very very happy. And I've just popped into Guild, my favourite underwear shop. As I mentioned maybe a couple of weeks ago, I was feeling a little bit matronly, and bras currently being frumpy, very frumpy. Anyway, we're not frumpy anymore, guys. I've got some beauties in here, which I'm very excited about. Now, jumping in the car, it's time to head home, feed the dogs, do Fifi before the school run. So that has been a very nice little outing to Petworth. Well, good morning. I am down here with Fifi having her breakfast. Hang on, let me share. There she is, munching. I need to muck out her stable, but actually Coco will be doing that. So she's got really good at mucking out. But I've got a fresh haircut. Just needed a bit of shape putting into it. But I love having shorter hair, and you guys are just the best because you've been so supportive. And I know when I get lots of comments saying, I love your lip colour or I love your hair, I know that I'm onto something. And I really, really appreciate it. It's like having a whole lot of girlfriends with you guys. So thank you for being the best audience. And then I popped into the underwear shop because I think I shared with you that I shared with you actually then. I've been feeling a bit matronly. And actually when you're wearing greying old bras that are just really unattractive, it just isn't quite the vibe. So I thought, you know what, I think we just could do with a little bit of a refresh. So that is what I did. I'm having a problem with my ears. I don't know if you guys have got any advice. I did try TCP and that stung like billy-o. But I've got sore ears, and I've never had sore ears before, and I'm wearing the same earrings, so I don't know what has triggered that. But if any of you have advice on what to do to heal your ears, I'd be greatly appreciated. Maybe I might try some salt water actually, because this one's a real pain. So anyhow, that is a little boring fact for you. It's quite cold this morning. I can see my breath in the reflection talking to you. But we have got a quiet weekend, which is utterly blissful. I have got a bit of work to catch up on because there's always work to catch up on, to be honest. But I'm just going to spend a quiet weekend filming a little bit of content, pottering. There's no parties, it's just quiet, which is really needed. And actually I went to bed at 9 o'clock last night, having had a bath, popped all of my masks on, chatted to the children. We have this kind of, in the evening, everyone piles into our room and we just have a really good kind of debrief, chat, catch up, and it's just a lovely way to end the day before going to bed. So slept like a baby, and now, yeah, up, done the hens, done the dogs. Fifi's having her breakfast. I just need to change her rug, turn her out. Coco's got a riding lesson later on today, and yeah, just pottering around quietly, which is so needed. It's been a bit crazy. It's going to get really crazy with the book launching, and I'm here, there and everywhere with the book, trying to meet as many of you as possible. You guys are honestly the best. It's like having a whole group of friends. So I'm going to get my words out this morning. Anyway, I'm going to change Fifi's rug, get her out in the paddock, and I jump in the shower and potter around. I decided before going in and getting ready for the day, I would actually have a good long walk with the dogs and to take my basket and just get a few sprigs of holly. Nothing crazy. Now, I'm sorry, I'm not one of those content creators that decorates straight after sort of Halloween and bonfire night. I wait until as late as I possibly can. Because my book is launching on the 1st of December, I probably will do a bit of decorating right at the end of November at the 11th hour. But I don't want to start decorating just yet. But a few sprigs of holly will make it feel really festive and lovely. Just a few little touches rather than full on. Like, I'm desperate to kind of do the Aga, make it look beautiful, have a really wonderful festive backdrop. But I don't want to be sick and tired of it by January. And because we keep our decorations up until the 12th night, I don't want to get bored of them. So I wait and hang out. So you're not going to see the house decorated yet for Christmas. But, oh, I love getting Christmassy. I love getting festive. And I have found some beautiful little sprigs of holly just to add a few festive touches around the place. I'm trying to tire the dogs out so I can have a peaceful day. On a Saturday morning, I publish a Substack article, so I will leave my Substack linked down below, and if you want to read them, then do. It's just things that, I don't know, pop into my mind. So this week's article is about being brave, and I was driving up to London for the event at the Trinity London store. And a few years ago, I would have been so nervous. I would have felt sick. I would have been awkward and uncomfortable. And now I love it. And it's about being confident. It's about being brave and stepping out of your comfort zones. And once you do that, it opens up a whole world to you that you didn't know existed. And so whatever it is that you're doing in life, be brave. Say yes. And little baby steps gets you to where you want to be. It doesn't happen overnight, but it is all about mindset, and I think that's really important. So my Substack articles, I try to post something, it might be about the seasons, it might be about sourdough, it might be about relationships, it might be about being brave, but something that's, I don't know, a little bit thought-provoking, or might be helpful for you if you are going through a bit of a phase of not being that confident, not really sure. I wasn't confident. I was the most awkward, most shy. I'd go to an event and, I still probably do twiddle my thumbs and feel a bit awkward because I'm not one of those fashionista beauty girls. They all know one another. They all have the same agents. I'm just a mum in the country, creating content. And so I do feel a bit out of my comfort zone. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. And, I use that example of the Trinity London events. I've got to know the team. I've got to chat to them. There's always somebody you can go up and say, oh, hi, I'm so-and-so. What's your name? What do you do? And just by being brave and stepping out of your comfort zone, it opens up a whole new world. So that is this week's Substack, and I'll leave it linked down below if you want to head over. I think you can subscribe, and then you just automatically get it emailed to you each Saturday. I try to do it each Saturday. I like to kind of set myself a target of, I'm going to do this, and then you guys know that it's coming for you, and it might be something that you can enjoy reading over the weekend. So Archie has driven me to Midhurst. We've come for a little outing, and I have popped into Caroline Bloomfield. I love West Street. They've got lots of lovely little shops, and I thought I'd share it with you and give you a little tour. They've got some Christmassy bits, and I've actually just bought this because I thought it was really lovely for Christmas wrapping. And then I got a little brush as well, which is great for cleaning out drain holes. Totally useful things. I'll show you. I couldn't find my one the other day. These little brushes, I'll show you slowly, are really handy for drains. So I've got one of those, but I'll just take you on a little tour of this gorgeous shop. Just popped into Shoefly, which has moved location, and it's in this beautiful spot on West Street. I love this shop, and actually I've decided that this is coming home with us because you just don't find quilts like this. Absolutely beautiful, and I love the colours, so I'm going to take that home with me. I have purchased it. It was a very, very good price. You can find so many lovely gems in these little shops. And yeah, I thought I'd give you a quick tour. So I've now come to Indies. Coco's got a riding lesson. Arch has been driving me all over the place. He's brought me over here. It's so nice being chauffeured around, and actually he's getting so much better. It's a little less nerve-wracking being in the car with him. It's actually a bit midgy here. I'm looking forward to the weather getting a bit colder. Sorry for having a scratch. It really is quite midgy here. I'm looking forward to the weather getting a bit colder. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy watching Coco have her lesson. I had a busy morning this morning, bit of filming. I actually had a meeting which is unusual for a Saturday, but that lasted for about an hour. So I've been filming and then driving with Arch. He's getting on really well, getting more confident, less nervous, and it's certainly less stressful for me being in the car with him. I try to stay as cool, calm and collected as I possibly can. And then we've got a relatively relaxing evening. I have got a little bit of mum taxing to do, but that's fine. Part of the course. Par for the course is what I should be saying. I can't get my words out today. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy watching these two and chat to you probably tomorrow. I thought I'd actually share this throw that I got with you and talk through why I got it. The moment I walked into the shop, it caught my eye, and then I had a little bit of a closer look. Then I asked the price, which was incredibly good for this sort of thing. And then I had this monstrosity behind me. Now this sofa is very, very old. I recovered it 18 years ago. It was very old before I recovered it. It actually was in storage. The wonderful Di is going to repair it because the base has gone, and she'll do that at some point next year, and we will probably recover it then. But this is for this. The marks on here I've tried to wash out. They are not going to wash out. It is very old. It used to live in the children's nursery at our old house, and it got totally trashed by little children. Now this is beautiful this way or the patterned way. It can be either or. And I don't know whether to go neutrally. I think I'm going to go patterned for now, and we will see. But it is, I think she said it was king size, which I thought would be perfect to cover over here. But also we could use it to snuggle under as well if we wanted to. Or I could use it on our bed because the colours work in our bedroom as well. We've got pink and green up there. There is actually blue in our bed, so it's a really versatile room. But I just thought this would be perfect. I did have a blue and white striped one, but when Lola had her puppies, she decided when she'd had enough of her puppies that she wanted to sleep on the sofa, and she actually ruined that throw. So Di is seeing if she can repair it, but it is quite trashed and not very nice. This, I think, is going to be super on here. I don't know if it's wider. T'other way. Is it wider the other way? I think it's fine. Just about covers the arms. So there we are. It looks like it has always been there. And I think when you are shopping for things and something catches your eye, you've got to think, where can I use it? Don't buy anything if you're like, what would I do with it? Where would I put it? I immediately knew exactly where this was going. And I just think it looks lovely in here. Really perfect colours. And I love having blankets, but I don't love sitting on a blanket. I love sitting on a throw like this rather than getting kind of itchy legs, particularly when it's hot. So I use throws, and then I have blankets on the back of sofas and chairs and things like that to snuggle with when it gets cold. It's nothing better than snuggling up with a blanket, with a book, with a cuppa, and just chilling out and relaxing. But anyway, I am going to, what am I going to do? Dogs, hens, that sort of thing, and get supper on the go. But I'm very, very pleased with this. And Lynn, who owns Shoe Fly, is such a lovely lady. I've got to know her over the years, and I've got a few wonderful bits and pieces from her in the past, and this is certainly one of those. This week I've really tried to not burn the candle at both ends. Burn the candle, yes, but not at both ends, because when you do both ends, that's too exhausting. And so I haven't gone out. I've tried to have early nights. I haven't drunk anything, and actually I feel so much better. Even when you're tired, you just, I don't know, I'm feeling good. And I've really tried this week just to have a little bit of a reset. And my gorgeous friend, Sheena, I've known her for many years, and actually she sort of was a little bit fundamental in Ask Charlie coming to life. She got me cooking, she got me talking about food, she got me doing all sorts of things. I don't think she even realised that she was doing it at the time, but that kind of sowed the seed for the idea of Ask Charlie to come into my head. And Sheena's big thing is looking after yourself, wellness. She has hosted all sorts of wonderful events, and she got in touch and said, Charlie, can I send you a NORAC? And she said, I think you need one. Now, breath work is so important. Taking time to relax, taking time to recharge, and you know, all of that jazz is so important, and slowing down. And this is where the Norag comes in perfectly. Norag is a Gaelic word, I believe, and Sheena is Scottish, which is wonderful, as is her mother, who has come on some of my courses, and it's just such a wonderful family. And this is the Norag. It comes in 2 different colours, I think oatmeal and rose. I chose rose because it is not really doing it justice in this light, but it is this beautiful pale pink. And think when you're doing like deep relaxation, meditation, breath work, just need to have a little bit of time out, this is where this is absolutely perfect. It unrolls like this, so beautifully made and thoughtfully designed. I'm going to just move you down. I've got my long socks on again. Just come in. Maybe you can see the colour better now. But this is just heavenly. They're all handcrafted. They are made from kapok, which is hypoallergenic, breathable, really lovely, filling. And I'm just gonna lie down. Oh, heavenly. You know, if you lie on a yoga mat, you can feel bits sticking into you and it's just all a little bit uncomfy. This takes it to another level. You could probably still do your yoga on this, but it is, you know, when you just need, you could even have it in your office and just have 10 minutes. Like if you have a really high power job and you just need to zen out, then you would just roll out your Norag, lie down and just breathe, meditate, recharge, all of that. So comfortable, so gorgeous. Also, terribly useful if you've got people coming to stay and you need somewhere to put them. You can just roll this out. This would be perfect for the teenagers when their friends come over, and it's long enough as well. It's really long. So my feet are at the bottom and my head is not at the top. So you could be a good 5'11", I reckon, on here. So that is an Norag. And, you know, it is about, oh, the dogs are fighting. It is about not burning the candle at both ends. Yes, you can burn the candle and you can be super busy, but you need to have that time to rest and recharge. And I've very much been trying to do that because burnout is real. And so taking some time out, and this is honestly going to be so handy. It's the most beautiful colour and I can rest, recharge, have a little bit of time and in utter comfort as well. So big thank you. I'm going to leave Norag's details. Their website is really beautiful and it's a lovely lovely business, new business, and it's really lovely to be able to support them and share them with you all. That is their logo, and I love the Gaelic connection as I'm heading up to Scotland soon. Yeah, anyway, the Norag for you. Good morning. Oh, it is a little bit chilly this morning. There is definitely a nip in the air. I actually got double polo neck going on. Sorry, Fifi is gobbling her breakfast beside me. It is start of a new week. I've had a really kind of quiet weekend, not rushing around, a bit of driving with Archie Saturday, and then yesterday I was just, well, did a lovely Sunday roast and actually been studying for something. So I've had my head down working away, but I've had relatively early nights, nothing to drink, and actually feeling refreshed and ready for the week ahead. Last week was super busy. This week is a lot calmer, which is nice. We need it. Sorry, this week's vlog might be a little bit boring. There isn't very much going on. We're just pottering around gently, and I think that time is really important to rest, to recharge the batteries. I know December for me is going to be super busy with lots of excitement, so I can't wait for that. I'm going to take Fifa's rug off. Good girl, you're gobbling your breath. Take her rug off, pop her turnout rug on, and walk her up to the field before doing the school run. I think I'm going to be chauffeur-driven to school whilst posing as a driving instructor. I really enjoy my time in the car. I think it's such a good time to spend with your children. The time that you give your children is so important, and that's why, you know, sometimes you guys might think that I've been super busy, but maybe I haven't vlogged for a day or so and I've just crammed it all into one vlog. But you know, this weekend was really kind of hunkering down, cozy time, lit the fire, snuggled by the fire. I was trying to study and do bits and pieces, but now I need to get this one's rug on. Yes, get your rug on and pop you out, sweetheart. So, I'll chat to you later. Well, it's now the end of the day and I've only got round to chatting to you now. I have had my head down, beavering away, but it has been a very good and very productive day, although my little ears are sore, so I'm just going to do some salt water on them. And I have got some parcels that have arrived. I've actually been saving them to share with you. So this first one has come from the Stable Soap Company. They sent me a box of goodies earlier this year, and wow, such a box of goodies, and a really amazing soap for the dogs, bar of soap. And I just think it is so beautifully packaged. This is from lovely Rachel, and she's sent me a really lovely little note. And this is their new equine products. So, beautiful ribbon, beautiful green tissue with a little sticker there. And I remember before, her packaging was really thoughtful and lovely. So this is a box of goodies for the horses. Equine hoof oil with tea tree and eucalyptus essential oils. Cannot wait to try that. Shake well before use. Best apply with a clean hoof oil to clean dry hooves. Use a clean brush to gently coat the entire hoof, focusing especially on the frog sole and a hoof wall. That's amazing that you can use it underneath, so I will keep you posted on what we think on that one. Then a cleansing balm with rosemary, lavender, lemongrass essential oils with French green clay. That sounds very interesting. Oh, the lemongrass in that smells amazing. So I think this is tack cleaning, because this is leather balm, so I think that's to clean, and this is to nourish with tea tree eucalyptus essential oils. We'll get Coco on the tack cleaning. She's actually very good at tack cleaning. I haven't done it for a long time for her. She listens to podcasts and chats to friends. This is equine mane and tail serum with rosemary, lavender, lemongrass essential oils. I cannot wait to try these. Fifi has actually just been clipped, and Coco had a clipping lesson with Indy. I thought that that was a really good idea, because Coco needs to learn how to do that. So I sent her off to do that. Oh, equine hot oil. So I think this is actually, I love this, amazing. So I love to hot cloth my horses. So I will put hot water in a bucket, and I'll use like a old tea towel. And this, you add 3 pumps of oil to 1 to 2 litres of hot water, soak a clean cloth and wring out, rub over your horse section by section. After each area, rinse the cloth in a second bucket of clean hot water, and then return to the oily mixture before. No need to rinse off, just let the shine show. Thank you so much, Rachel, for sending these amazing goodies. Really thoughtful. And you know, I often say this, but it's so lovely finding lovely little businesses and being able to share them with you guys. And I know that Rachel's products are amazing, because I've been trying them out, and definitely the dogs love them. I had amazing exfoliating soap, and I think I was talking in Tuesday's video about calluses on my hands and what have you from pushing wheelbarrows and things like that, and from shoveling, and that is a really good at just exfoliating your hands. And then we have got a box which I'm dying to get into to try. This is from Angela at Albion Teas, and this is chai with star anise and cardamom. Oh, that sounds good. Angela's business cards are so pretty. And then the second one is mulled wine fruit infusion. 100% natural and alcohol free. And I've got a lot on my mind at the moment. I've got a lot going on of exciting things, and I want to be clear-headed, so I'm avoiding alcohol just to be fully focused. So a mulled wine fruit tea sounds absolutely delicious. So a beautiful ribbon, and then inside here, such a lovely duo. So this, if you're not sure what to get, I don't know, your mother-in-law, your mother, a friend, a school teacher, something like this would be a really lovely, thoughtful gift. I am definitely, they smell amazing. I mean, I have Angela's jasmine tea every single day. I love it. I find it calming. I find it soothing. I'm just looking for my thermos cup, but actually it's in the hall where I left it from the car. I literally just take this in the car with me. I have a mug on the go often, and it's really, really delicious. So I'm looking forward to trying those. And then I have one more thing to share with you, which is this. Now, this company got in touch and said, could we send you one of our crackers? And Coco actually uses their products, and I had a read up about them, thought that they were fascinating, and said, yes, please. So I'm going to have a little look inside here. Nursum was founded by a paediatric nurse. It is dermatologist approved. It is award winning, and inside the big cracker are lots of smaller crackers, which I just think is really clever. I'm not going to open all of them, but let's have a little sneak peek. So in here we have got, a caring hand cream. Let's try it, because actually we could do with a little bit of TLC on these hands. It smells amazing, not overpowering, it's not greasy, it's very, very lovely. Yep, can highly recommend that one. Protection for hard-working hands with medical grade Manuka honey. I love Manuka honey. Barrier restoring oils and a soothing white willow extract. I've actually got a tube of Manuka honey out at the moment because Penny has got a little sore on her foot, and I have been using Manuka honey on that. So these are all really lovely products. I don't know if that will... So these are all, inside the big cracker is all smaller crackers with the hand cream, which is such a lovely present. You know, you can pop it on the table, and then your guests have got something really nurturing and really lovely. I am actually going to keep that one out because it's really lovely. It smells amazing, and my hands need some TLC, particularly in these winter months. They are getting a lot of wear and tear, lots of hand washing and lots of scrubbing and out in the cold and what have you. It's definitely, the temperature has dropped somewhat, so it's all about wrapping up warm and protecting our skin. And Nursum has some really, really wonderful products. So thank you very much for sending those to me. So I am now going to do supper, sit down at my laptop, do a little bit more on there, and chat to you all tomorrow now. And I just needed to share this lovely little touch with you. The Nursum product, for every product you buy, we give a month's worth of free nursing to a nurse or midwife. I think that is such a lovely touch, and it just shows what a lovely company it is. Yeah, I think that's gorgeous. Good morning. Not very cold. Fifi's stable. First proper frost last night, and I've actually, hang on, can you see? No, you can't see. Hang on a minute. Fifi has got a new winter rug. She was clipped yesterday. I think I told you, did I tell you? I sent her to Indies for a clipping lesson because I was like, there's absolutely no point paying for somebody to do it when Coco needs to learn how to do it. I'm not an expert. I'm okay at clipping. It's not really my forte, and Indy can do it in a much quicker time, and it's far more professional than I am. So Coco had a clipping lesson, and Fifi is looking very smart, but needs a thicker, cosier rug today. She has finished her breakfast at record speed this morning, my girl. I have got a day of content creating for my members club, which I love doing. I've got some great recipes planned, so I'm going to be huddled in the kitchen by the Arga, cooking for most of the day. But it's now time to walk you, my girl, up the hill. Yes, and go and check on little Tori and then school. Well, I just had a meeting this morning and have some very exciting news that I can share with you. Wonderful Paula Sutton, Hill House Vintage, is coming to Petworth for my book launch that we're having in Sussex to interview me, and I am so excited. Paula has been so kind and supportive over the years. When I don't know, maybe I'd been going for like a year or something, and I did a video on how to tie a stock. And you wear a stock when you ride for dressage, for hunting, for various different disciplines. You would wear a stock, and you wear a white stock for more formal occasions, and you wear a coloured stock if it's less formal. And I did a video, how to tie a stock, and I put a picture of me with my top hat and veil. I used to ride side saddle, and that is what we wore. And Paula shared that picture and popped it on her Instagram, like shared it, and I got so many followers, and it was just the most like lovely, kind moment. And she's been really supportive over the years. When I got in touch with her and said, can I send you a draft copy of my book, she said yes, of course. And she was so excited and so enthusiastic, and she took her time to read my book. She wrote really thoughtful, kind words, and then we reached out and said, would you come and come to the book launch and interview me? And I have a wonderful Susie who is helping organise my book tour, and so we're starting in Petworth. I'm then going to London on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th. I've then got wreath making on the 5th and 6th, and then the following week I am in Hungerford and Oxford, which is seriously exciting. I'm going to leave all of the dates linked in the description of this video for you guys to book in. You book in via my website, but it's free. I'm not charging anything, but you do need to book in to book your space, so we've got an idea of numbers. But yeah, it's so exciting. So the lovely Paula is coming, and then White Coco has a shop on the King's Road. It has a shop in Oxford and Harrogate and Hungerford, and I'm going to be going to all of them, hopefully Harrogate in the new year. But those three, and it's really kind of White Coco, they got in touch and said, we'd love to do an event with you, have you got a book? And I said, well, funnily enough, I'm writing a book. And they were like, right, okay, well, can we be involved? And it's just a really kind of great match. Their shops are gorgeous, their clothes are gorgeous, and yes, I think I've got somebody very exciting coming to London to interview me at the White Coco shop on the King's Road on the 2nd of December. And then I'm doing a fair at Chelsea Town Hall on the 3rd and 4th. So it's going to be a super busy day. Oh, it's a super busy day. It's going to be a super busy December. That's what I meant to say. But that is why this week is a little bit calmer. I'm not rushing around. I think I said earlier, it might be quite a boring vlog, but I'm just trying to kind of take a moment, take a little bit of time just to kind of recharge the batteries and not burn out. And I've been going to bed early. I've been drinking lots of lovely tea with lemon and ginger and just being kind and, you know, thoughtful to not overdo it. So a little bit of resting and recharging is really key to pace myself. And then it's a busy time when the book is actually physically here. I've just emailed the printers and said, how are you getting on? The last update, they were potentially ahead of schedule, so I will find out later, but it's all very, very exciting. So I thought I'd give Fifi a little bit of TLC and also try this out. So I love to, particularly after they've been clipped, give them a hot cloth, so literally hot water, and you can see the steam coming off that, and then just give them a really good wipe over. So I'm going to give her a little bit of a pamper and let you know what I think of this, but it does smell amazing. Fifi is looking a little bit grumpy, but I can confirm that this is amazing. It was also really good, forgive me, but around her bottom area and between her teats, they can get crusty bits, and this effortlessly got it off. So I can highly recommend. This is a great product. Fifi, you could smile, darling. Should we get you a treat now for being so well behaved? I think so, Mummy. I shall get Tori in the next couple of days and do the same. There, you've had some treats and now you can go back out in the paddock, but you were nice and clean. And I think it's really lovely when they've been clipped to give them a good hot cloth off. And it's a bit like when you've, I don't know, been to the hairdressers and you just want to jump in the shower. It's a little bit similar, I imagine, for a horse. Yes, you giving Mummy has hands licks. You're such a sweet girl, you're so gentle. I'm just eating some Christmas canapes. I filmed some content earlier for my members club and I'm just devouring a plate full of canapes and making a loaf of sourdough at the same time. That's where I go wrong with my food, when there's a whole lot of deliciousness. They're just too good. They're so good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I've got some good recipes for the members for December. Anyway, I am now going to just finish doing the Arga. And then I'm going to go up for a relatively, well, yeah, I'm going to have an early night. I have got to get up pretty early tomorrow. I've got a lot to do, an awful lot to do. So, yeah, I need to get an early night, get a good night's sleep. So, what am I doing on a Tuesday evening when it's all calm, all quiet? Coco's doing homework, Archie's watching TV, and I am cleaning my Olga. Right. You've got to be careful doing this trick because you can damage it. So only use 1 ice cube, 2 absolute max if they're not too big at a time. I should have done it before. I'm a terrible content creator. I really should have done it before. I was listening to a podcast, Jane and Fee, I love them, and cleaning away, and then I thought, oh, I probably should share this with you. So I have got 2 small ice cubes. You've got to be quick. You've got to be really quick. You want them in the middle and then you want to close the lid. So ready, steady, go. And leave them. If you put more in, the water will go down the sides and damage your Arga. So do not put more ice cubes in. Let it be a warning. This one I have popped in. They've done their thing. They've steamed. And now I've got my cloth, and actually think I need to do the ice cubes again. No, it's coming off. It's coming off. It's coming off. But we're going to go in. Look, you can see it's coming off. This is the most satisfying job ever. You've got to be so careful you don't burn yourself as well, guys. So we're just going to go ready, steady. This is a fun kind of thing. I honestly, such a saddo. The fun kind of thing I do in my evenings. And to be honest, I've been ashamed of how dirty my Arga is. Absolutely ashamed of it. So I thought, there's no one going to do it for you, Charlie. There is no one going to come and clean your Arga for you. You need to just do it. So there we go. And then you just go in with a cloth and it starts to come off. I've been so preoccupied with my book and various things that I have neglected the housework, and so now it is time to do it. But you just keep going like this, slowly it will come off. I don't need it to be perfect and spotless, because who wants perfection? I don't want perfection, I want good enough. So yeah, that's doing quite well, but I need to just give it a little bit of elbow grease. But that one is steamed. Look, you can see it's already come off by itself. And then you just go in with your cloth and give it a good scrub, and it will slowly catch on. Can it come off? Yes, I could put the things that hang that stop it from splashing, but to be honest, the boys in this household aren't going to do that, and I don't mind. You know, they're not going to do it. It's fine. Simon and Archie are often frying things, and to be honest, I'm very happy that they are cooking and they are using the Arga. It's a workhorse. It's not an on-show item. So this is a well-loved home, very much well-loved. So yes, if you want perfection, I am not your girl. I used to be a bit of a perfectionist, but do you know what? By the time you have children, and 3 in quick succession, you realise that actually your time spent with them, your time sat on the floor playing games, going for walks, loving them, looking after them is far more important than the house being perfect. And so it's all about priorities, and that is that. But anyway, I'm going to carry on scrubbing, because everybody's, look, you can see the dirt running down. Did you see that? It's so satisfying. There. We're getting there slowly, and we can have it clean for Christmas. Well, it will probably only stay clean for a week or so, but anyway, that is fine. I'm going to chat to you tomorrow. Good morning, and look out there, we've got snow. I can't quite believe it. I don't think it's going to settle, but we have got snow. It looks so pretty. Anyway, I am spending most of the day in the kitchen. I am filming some content and yeah, doing all sorts. Fifi, actually Coco rode up early this morning, kind of in the dark with a head torch. It was raining then, because she needs to be exercised. They have got a competition at the weekend, and actually I'm away, so Di is holding the fort and Josh is going to take her, and hopefully it all goes well. So she needs, you know, to be ridden constantly, and so it was the only time early this morning. So dear Coco, you know, she just jumped out of bed, off she went, came back, all done. I'm picking her up later from school today. She's going to do her homework at school, and so I will bring Fifi in and mark out her stable and do that. And Arch is at school today, and so I am just here in the kitchen, and yeah, enjoying being inside. I've got dogs, and we're just hunkering down, which is quite lovely, really. A brand that has been on my dream list to work with got in touch last week and said, Charlie, we love your videos, we would love to send you a pair of our boots. And that company is Penelope Chilvers. I've been a customer and a fan of theirs for many, many years. These are a much loved pair of boots that have walked many a mile with me and are just perfect for this time of year, particularly this snowy weather. But these are the boots of dreams. They are just stunning. I have obviously recently taken them off, having done the school run and worn them this morning. What is really lovely about them is they're not a welly boot. They're a little bit smarter, but you can wear them in so many different ways. You can dress them up and you can dress them down. Now, this time of year, you can often catch me looking like this. Long socks, skinny jeans, and my slippers. This is basically, if you were to knock on my door, how you would catch me 99% of the time. And I can literally just take my slippers off, into my welly boots, run out, muck out of stable, walk the dogs, whatever. But if I don't have time to take my cosy socks off to go and do the school run or go to a meeting or what have you, I can just slip these on. And I have been wearing them so much in the last few days. I'm going to come a little bit closer. What is so lovely about them is they're so comfortable. It is literally like wearing your slippers outside. I have actually popped in, I'll show you, a thin sheepskin liner because I have got quite narrow feet and I love to be cozy, particularly when it's snowing outside. So I'll just pop that on. Now, I have got very skinny calves and I was worried that these wouldn't fit. They're a little bit, a fraction on the big side, but you can adjust with this. I've obviously got a thick pair of socks underneath them, but they're not huge and gaping. They're designed to be fitted and flattering. So out and about, you will find me wearing these a lot because it's so nice not to be in wellies. I can pop on my chauffe gilet, I can pop on my Dubarry coat, particularly when the weather is like it is today, and be slightly more elevated wearing these boots rather than my wellies. Or I could put on a blazer and look a little bit smarter like that. Take my handbag, my boots, and there we are, chic yet practical. And that is what is so good about them. I could wear them with a dress, I could wear them with a skirt, super versatile, and I know that they are going to be a wonderful addition to my wardrobe. So a huge thank you to the Penelope Chilvers team for getting in touch, and it's lovely to be able to share them with you and the ways that I will wear them, but just the versatility and the comfort. And actually tomorrow I'm flying up to Scotland and I'm going to be wearing them. And on that note that I'm heading up to Scotland, I've got a gazillion things on my to-do list to crack on with before I go. So I'm going to say thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching this week's vlog. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. It has been actually quite restful. I've had a chance to recharge and I'm really looking forward to going up to Scotland, spending some time with my youngest, with my husband, and we are catching up with some great friends up there as well, so it'll be really lovely. I think it's going to be mighty cold, so these boots are going to come in handy. I'm going to take all my cozy things. So leave snow in the comments if you have got to the end of this week's vlog. I'm sending you much love. Thank you for tuning in and I hope to see you next week.